having the complete interview of Idris Abdul Karim, who will be speaking about bad governance in Nigeria and by extension Africa, and also the ban of his new song by the NBC. We'll also be taking you through the interview session with Kenneth Okonkwo. He used to be with the APC. He left the APC, he moved to the Labour Party. Now he has resigned from the Labour Party. Where is he going next? We don't know, but he has some very harsh words for the APC. You also hear that this evening on the show. The show is loaded as always, and the finest is here. Politically speaking, Onmelody 100.7 FM. But let's begin with major political happenings and news roundup about this time around Nigeria. And we begin here in Oyo State. Okay, before I go to Oyo State, let me tell you what is happening. It's more or less like a breaking news, and it's coming all the way from Cross River State, where an appeal court in Calabar has upheld the conviction of Professor Peter Oban for manipulating and announcing fake election results in the 2019 Northwest Senatorial District election in favor of the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. Of course, you know the man has been answering charges. He was found guilty and he was sentenced. So he went to an appeal, and today the appeal court also upheld the lower court's decision, and the court affirmed the 3 years conviction and sentence to prison. And of course, the court also said it frowned at the role of the professor, the university professor, in the fraudulent manipulation of election results. Now, in a development that could make a turning point in Rivers State's political trajectory, efforts are now on the way to reconcile the long-standing rift between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, current Minister of the FEC, talking about Nyesom Wike. As we hear there, a significant meeting between the two leaders aimed at easing tensions and restoring unity in Rivers State has been held. According to an inside source, Governor Fubara did not embark on the peace mission alone. He was accompanied by a distinguished delegation of political heavyweights, which included the governor of Ebonyi State, Francis Nwifuru, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, and that of Ogun State, former governor of Ogun State, Olusegun Oshoba. Now, this notable group reportedly played a key role in the meeting which took place at Wike's private residence. Now, according to the inside sources, Fubara's decision to engage directly with Wike rather than continuing the conflict through proxy and battles or administrative brinkmanship signals a strategic shift that could reshape the state's political dynamics. Now, if the meeting becomes so successful as we're hearing, the peace initiative may prove the way for a more unified front in governance, allowing Rivers State to focus in developmental and stability rather than what we've experienced in the last few months, which has been a total internal discomfort, of course, the discord and wrangling. We wait. I will keep you up to date with this development from Rivers State. From Rivers, we move to our own Oyo State here, where the chairman of the All Progressives Congress in the state, Olaide Abbas, says the recent defection of members of opposition political parties to the APC is a big pointer to the fact that many Nigerians believe in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. According to Abbas, Nigerians were shunning primordial sentiment and selfish interest and joining the APC, which is on course for national rebirth and realistic as well as holistic development of the nation. To this end, he said the Oyo State APC cannot afford to be at the back seat, and therefore the party has endorsed the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second time in office, saying the decision was informed by the efficacy of the renewed hope agenda and the promises which the Tinubu leadership holds for Nigeria and the African continent. From APC to the PDP now, where the People's Democratic Party's National Working Committee and the Governors Forum have scheduled a meeting. They call it a strategic meeting, which will be holding on May 11 to address the wave of defections and other challenges facing the party. Now, according to insider feelers coming from the party, the meeting will focus on strategies to prevent certain members of the party from leaving the party, and the issue of the national secretary, as well as other matters impacting the political party. The NWC was said to have also instructed its legal advisor, Kamaldeen Ajibade, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to take legal action in court regarding the defection of Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevori and other elected officials who move from the party to the APC. Those are the political headlines rocking the city and this country at this time. Up next, we move you now to the crux of the program this beautiful evening. In the last couple of weeks, there has been defections from here, from there, from everywhere. From the APC, no, rather from the NMPP, from the PDP, from the Labour Party. Big heavyweights, political juggernauts have been moving. And where are they moving to? Just one party. They are moving to the APC. They are all moving, and they are moving in mass and moving in drones. And if you ask them why they are moving because they feel the APC is doing very well. Some political actors and even many Nigerians will tell you, how can APC be attracting all this kind of movement with this kind of hunger that is in the land? Now, some people have said somebody like Sheriff Oborevori is moving because he wants to retain his ticket in 2027. Now, that can be understandable. But what about the man known as Okowa? Okowa was the vice presidential candidate in the last election for the PDP. Such a man, he also moved. What is the reason for this kind of movement? So people have been asking this question, why? And the man, well, some people said he moved because some plenty EFCC cases on his neck. Before they start roasting him, he has to move to a place where he will be safe. That's what they say. It's not me that said it. That's what they've always said. Now the man, we ask him why he moved. Talking about Ifeanyi Okowa. Oga, why did you move from the party that make you is a candidate in the last election? And he told Nigerians the reason he moved. Let's listen to Senator Ifeanyi Okowa.
APC, Your Excellency, our Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the National Chairman of the APC, Your Excellencies, Governors of various states that are here present in great numbers, please do allow me stand on the already existing protocol. Today, obviously, is a great day for us in Delta State. When the news broke out on Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2025, that we have decided to change our path, people wondered why. But one thing is very important. In the history of a people, there is always a time to change their path for the common good of the people. And whatever decision that we took was based on that common good and the need to change our path in the best interest of our state. As I did tell people that day, it was not about me, it was not about the governor, but the fact that there is a need for us to connect to Abuja. That goodwill that is in Abuja, that resource that is in Abuja, of which Delta State is a large contributor, there was a need to connect to it. I was governor for 8 years. I was in opposition. I did my best, but we lost a lot. And I did not believe that the governor needed to stay working very hard. And we know that we are very supportive of Governor Sharif because he's doing a lot. But as the governor is doing a lot for us, he also needs to connect to the greater source of power and resource and goodwill in Abuja. And when we sat down after stakeholders meeting, we thought that it was necessary to make this move. This move is bold, it is strategic, it is patriotic, and it is well-intentioned. Carry go, carry go. It is. Carry go, carry go. Carry go.
You heard it right there. They decided to move so as to connect with Abuja. That was the statement credited to Ifeanyi Okowa. There you heard him live. They decided to move because, according to him, when he was the president, rather when he was the governor of the state, they lost a lot. The state lost a lot. He was governor for 8 years. The state lost a lot because they were not connected. According to him, I'm using his word now, they were not connected to the Abuja goodwill, federal goodwill. How? You ask me, I don't have the answer. Now, concerning this movement, why is everybody at this time moving to the APC? That is the big question. Kenneth Okonkwo is here. He told us why people are moving to the APC. Not because there is one good thing that they want to connect to, as Ifeanyi Okowa said there, but because everyone is moving due to their own selfish reasons. Kenneth Okonkwo, he was the spokesman for the Labour Party presidential candidate in the last election, talking about Peter Obi. He has left the party now. He used to be with the APC, and he knows a whole lot, and he says a whole lot. Let's begin to take it one by one. First of all, why are people moving from this party and that party to the APC? This is what Kenneth said.
The whole idea of joining another political party, and precisely the ruling party, is simply because of the belief that in 2027 they are going to write the results of election. Nothing else. I mean, it's an absurdity that people will see a sinking house and they are running into it for shelter. The World Bank report made it clear that Nigerians are going to be poorer till 2027. Have you asked yourself why they stopped at 2027? Because they know that this country is a blessed country. On the day they have very good leader, poverty will dry up. So they have given up on Tinubu's regime, that it's a government that will afflict Nigerians with hunger and hardship. So people are running into a sinking house because they believe there is a magic with which the owner and the builder of the house will use to sustain the house. So you will expect that APC will implode. That is for sure. You will hear the rumor. Of course, before you hear wars, you hear rumors of wars. Today it is about rumors of wars. Tomorrow it will be wars. You recall that the special advisor on political affairs to the presidency, Baba Ahmed, resigned and retired from the government of APC. And he even declared that Tinubu is not even fit to be president, that he should step aside. This is an insider. I told you it's about a house that is sinking. The World Bank has said this government is sinking Nigerians into hunger and hardship. And then you think people that are going in there are going in there. Nigerian people will be and they will have the last say. The only thing that I am talking about, will their say be allowed to stand?
That's the big question he's asking. Would their say be allowed to stand? Kenneth Okonkwo there, and he has a very big allegations against the INEC, and of course those are the hems of affairs now, talking about Nigeria's political system, saying the reason people are moving to the APC is because they believe that in 2027 they will be right. Yes, they will write election to their favor. They will write election in their favor, and they will write election to favor those who are in the APC, because they wrote election in 2023 and nothing happened. Did they actually write election in 2023? Did they do that in 2023? Kenneth says so.
We had 18,008 polling units that we showed from the IRF portal, where results were not posted at all. There is no explanation to it till today. Have you seen the polling unit by polling unit results from INEC for the 2023 presidential election? If you have seen, show me. That's what the law says in section 62(2)(3) of the Electoral Act. That after the election, INEC should post in its electronic server the polling unit by polling unit results of all the results of the election.
Okay, Issa is still saying a whole lot of things this evening on the show. Is Politics on Melody on Melody 100.7 FM. Now, Kenneth Okonkwo is saying another thing this beautiful day concerning what is happening with the PDP. Why is PDP not playing the party politics that opposition party politics that they should be playing the same thing that APC did before they won in Nigeria, before they defeated President Goodluck Jonathan? This is what he said about the PDP and exactly the situation that is happening in Delta State.
Recall that I said that they wrote the results. The results given to P2B was allocated to him. That's written. The court is not telling you they wrote or they did not write. The court is telling you you did not produce the evidence to show substantial evidence that even if you bring the ones they wrote, that it could change the system. Where will you bring the evidence? When INEC, the only institution that is in custody of such document, refused to bring it out. According to the PDP spokesperson in Lagos, he said we won by almost 1 million votes, not by level, in Lagos. So the mere fact that they reduced it to 10,000 difference tells you it was still written. Where is the polling unit by polling unit results of Lagos State election? And the law is that it will be unmutilated. All the results I saw in 2023 are mutilated. You could see majority of them. So it is either you are allocating somebody's result or you're removing some result from his own. We do not have the resources to have the agents in all the polling units. And that's why the law always use the word may. Why do you need an agent if you are operating under an INEC that is not corrupt and that will not manipulate the results? It's not the duty of political parties to organize elections. INEC took 400 billion naira to organize election in Nigeria and came out with no results known to any human being.
Well, Kenneth Okonkwo there, former member of the APC, former member of the Labour Party, and now just on his own, he has not told us where he's going next, and he's saying so many things about INEC, saying so many things about APC, and saying so many things about the 2023 election as being written. He said he wrote it, they mutilated everything concerning the PDP and why they are not doing what they should do, and of course the development in Delta State. This is what he said.
From 2015 has not been able to play effective opposition, and the reason is very clear. In 1999, PDP trained itself to be only the ruling party, and they forecasted they were going to rule for 60 years. So the leadership being terminated within 16 years took them unawares and did not prepare them for the onerous task of being an opposition party. So they became a stomach infrastructure party, and stomach infrastructure party cannot be effective opposition coming to Delta State. And that tells you what I say, that Nigeria can never be one party state. I'll give you the analysis of Delta State. recall that Senator Ned Nwoko said the only reason he wanted to go to APC is because he has a lousy governor who does not know his left from his right and who has broken all the agreements that they had. And then he said he would want to move to APC, where the light is shining. Recall. Will Ned Nwoko go and now bow to him? Because automatically he has become a leader of APC, even if he has been there for 24 hours. Recall that Festus Keyamo, the first tweet is to my leader. So Oborowere now is the leader of APC in Delta State. Will Ned Nwoko now go with his heart to go and bow and fall for him so that in the next election, the governor will support his senatorial ambition? Will Omo Agege pocket his gubernatorial ambition because another leader has come in and may be given the right of first refusal? This is going to implode. We had such a situation in 2019 in Imo State, where Rochas Okorocha wanted to put his son-in-law as governor, and APC did not like such scenario. They went and picked Uzodinma, and Okorocha went to AAC and said it was a strategic alliance, it's not anti-party. And in the gubernatorial election, he was not supporting his party, he was supporting AAC. That made PDP to win at the first round before the judicial intervention.
Kenneth Okonkwo there, a barrister. And of course, they're spitting fire this beautiful evening. It is Melody 100.7. Let me thank all of you. Melody hit 10,000 followers today on Facebook. We can do more. We're going to 20K, 30K. Until we hit millions. Keep it going, keep it coming. Melody 100.7 FM. Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube as well. We're streaming there. And follow us on Instagram, as well on TikTok at _Melody 107 FM. We appreciate your love. Thank you so much. It is still politics on Melody 100.7 FM. Let me have this breather because we need to ask the question. What is the question now? The question I'm asking, what is going on in Nigeria? Everything is looking this way. Politicians seems like they don't even know what is going on. Killings everywhere in the north central. It's moving down now close to us because, as I said last week, it's close to us in Kwara State. And whatever that is close to Kwara State is getting close to Ibadan. And it's getting close to Osun State. Whatever that is in Ibadan is close to Ogun State. Whatever that is close to Ogun State is in Lagos. You remember the interview I had last week? The no-host bad interview I had last week? Told us live here that with the plan of these marauders, this criminal element is to get to the Atlantic Ocean. When they get there, that's when they will definitely show up the arms. Are we allowing it to go to that level? We are president, and he's even from the southwest. We thought the man that left because he is from a particular zone. That's why things that went the way they went under him. And we thought the one that will come after him, being a southwesterner, things will be better. We are still where we are today. So what is going on in Nigeria? This is the question Rasky Mono asked a whole long time ago. May his soul rest in peace. What are going in our nation, Nigeria? When I return from the song, I will take you to Idris Abdul Karim and what he thinks about Nigerian leadership in this country.
Nation now. Accent coming on now. Hey, what a man in this country. what a figure, all the people of them are running for murder, what a figure.
That makes its way to you. Download Global, order anything you want and receive it. Receive it in minutes.
The beginning is to say
no salvation in this nation, no for killing in this country, no place to sleep and no work to do, no money to spend and no food to eat. What's a one in this country? What's a one in this nation? Lord have mercy. What's a one in this country? I mean, I know. What's a one in this nation? Sawalale, 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 what a figure, illegal detention without no trial. What a figure, the youth them are running after Monday material. What a figure, street they turn a teacher in a sexual attraction. What a figure, no drug addict in a this free nation. What's a one in this country? Hey, hey! What's a one in this nation? Answer one more time. What's a one in this country? I mean, I know. What's a one in this nation?
What a guan in our nation. You know, that's what they say in Jamaica, meaning what is going on in our nation, Nigeria. No food to eat, no job to do. You finish school, you're still being fed by the same parents that have been feeding you from day one of your life. What is going on in Nigeria? Youths have no job to do. Youths are just moving up and down, looking dejected. They're getting into robbery, into yahoo, into banditry, into criminality. And this is the reason Idris Abdul Karim says he can never keep quiet because things are not working in Nigeria the way they should. He says the only platform he has is his music, and that's why we continue to use his music to tell the government and the people at the helms of affairs in Nigeria to wake up to their responsibilities. Are they waking up? Is the question. They are not waking up, according to Idris Abdul Karim, and that is why I will never stop. But because he doesn't know how to say it other than to speak it the way it is through music, he gets his music banned every time. So earlier in the month, there was a circular that went from NBC that Idris Abdul Karim, his new song, Tell Your Papa, should be banned in Nigeria. No radio station, no TV station should play Idris Abdul Karim. Now, what is the reason, Idris? Why did you have to do this again this time? Why didn't you devise any other means or any other way to say what you said, or say it in another way? And he says, no, I don't know how to pretend. I cannot say it softly. I cannot say it and to rob anybody's ego or to massage people's ego. I have to say it the way it is because they are not doing well. So we have Idris on the show. This is a beautiful evening on politics on Melody. Now, first question is this. What inspired him to even do this song? Why did he do this song at this time? Why did he just go into the studio to do a song like this? And this is what he told us about the inspiration, exactly what inspired him.
I was inspired by Seyi Tinubu to record this song. I saw a video where he was campaigning for his father and he was defending his father, saying that my father is the best president, my father is the greatest president. You know, they are coming for my father, they are coming for my father. My father is the greatest president. My father is the greatest president. He repeated it like 5 times or 7, you know. But Seyi, I differ because you look more perfect, you know, when you are silent than when you speak, you know. I would advise, you know, Seyi to hand over the microphone to the MC next time. He lacks the charisma and purpose to express himself, telling the truth about the true economic situation of Nigeria at the moment under his father's government. Tinubu is the best father to Sheyi Tinubu. He has empowered Sheyi Tinubu as a son, but Nigerian youth don't have. The Nigerian youth can travel by road, because of kidnapping. So I asked Sheyi Tinubu to travel by road, without insecurity, let him feel the pains, of ordinary citizens. Nigerian youth are just asking for basics. I asked Sheyi Tinubu to travel by road, without insecurity, let him feel the pains, of ordinary citizens. Nigerian youth are just asking for basics, electricity, security, enabling economic policy, job creation, not palliatives. Palliatives. So I keep hearing people saying that why should I attack Sheyi Tinubu personally? If Sheyi Tinubu came to be part of politics, he talks about his father. He was defending his father. If he never talked about it, I wouldn't have recorded his song like that. So I am answering him, replying him with that video that he made. So if Sheyi had kept quiet, I wouldn't have said anything directly to him. So that's it, my brother. So I'm inspired. My brother. So I'm inspired by Sheyi Tinubu to record that song. Tinubu lied about fuel subsidy, lied about economic recovery, lied about fixing the naira, lied about a lot of things, So it's a sad situation. And it's my responsibility to say it the way it is. If you listen to the song, there's nowhere you hear any insult. It's just basic fact of everything that his father has done through his policy. Why would you ban a song that has no insult in it, that has just pinpointed the ills in the society, that has just talked about, the bad policy of the president, the bad policy under President Tinubu government? Let me tell you a few things. I'm going to list very important failures of this government to you, just few. One, Tinubu increased the price of petroleum by 300% after announcing the withdrawal of subsidy. Two, inflation. Prices of goods keep increasing. CBN keep raising interest rates to combat inflation, but they keep failing, to tackle it. Three, hunger. The level of hunger, has skyrocketed. Broken a record. The promises. Using palliative to address situation is not a solution. Four, reduction of purchasing power. The high inflation has affected purchasing power of Nigerians. People can't even buy anything. Salary is 70,000 naira, and that salary is not enough for you to pay for electricity in 1 month. Don't forget they've increased electricity tariffs, and we still don't have light. Five, insecurity. Terrorists are kidnapping Nigerians, hundreds of Nigeria in a single operations. Farmers can't go back to farm anymore. And the government is busy bringing in GMOs, genetic modified organisms, to eradicate Nigerians. You and I know it's not healthy. Instead of you sending your security agent to go into the forest to, clear these terrorists. Six, increase in transportation. The high cost of petroleum automatically affected, transportation. Seven, devaluation of naira. The devaluation of naira has brought in many disadvantages for a country, that relies, on imports. Eight, poverty and reduction in wealth. Many people have been thrown into poverty, in just 2 years. The wealth of others have been reduced because of devaluation of naira. If you continue, it too plenty, my brother. So why wouldn't I reply Sheyi Tinubu after he came out to say that his father was the best president? No. So sorry, your father isn't the best president. People are crying. People are jumping into lagoon. So Sheyi, my message to you is tell your daddy, tell your father that this is the reality of Nigerians. Nigerians are dying. You've never witnessed poverty in your life before. You travel with private jet all the time. So please tell your dad. And if you want to know how truly this is, go out without your security. Go to, what's it called? Yaba. Board a bus that is going to Benin and follow through the Ore Road and feel the pains of Nigeria.
That is what Idris Abdul Karim is saying this beautiful evening on the show. That is the reason how the title came, Tell Your Papa, because everything that he heard Sheikh Tinubu say when he was addressing people in the Gombe, and that was why he had to do what he did. That there was no insult. In fact, he told Nigerians, go and listen to the song if you can get it. If you find any insult there, I will give you money. Now, talking about money, there was a story that was flying around that he was actually offered 200 million naira because of that song, so that he can just put everything on the down low. This is what he said concerning being offered the money, 200 million naira.
I've been through this road before. I know how they play their tricks, So 2 days ago, I received a call while I was in the car, driving home. And the person was like, hello, I'm Honorable. He called his name so quickly. And I asked him, you said Honorable what? And he didn't answer me, and he continued his conversation immediately, saying that I was in a meeting last week where the government of Tinubu were saying that they were going to reach out to you. Please, when they call you, don't take the money. Don't take the money. We are going to be supporting you on the ground. We are going to give you 200 million. Look at this guy. You look at me like a child. You won't put word from my mouth. Make up on the talk, say, okay, really? Oh, I'm interested. Who are you? So then later on, you play my audio conversation out for people to say, look at the person that is fighting corruption. My brother, I've lived my life 3 decades. If I wanted to be a billionaire, I would be praising these people. So I am not interested in that. My responsibility is to have a better Nigeria. Have a better Nigeria in the areas of when we will have strong presidents who will wake up in the morning and say, you know what? Let's change this constitution back to regional government, where everybody will go back to where they belong to and make use of their resources to do what? To create wealth for their people. Then take whatever you need to take center, instead of everybody going to center to come and grab whatever it is that is called national cake. Okay, Secondly, remove all these judiciary criminals. Whether you like it or not, they are criminals, because the poor people, last hope should be the judiciary. Unfortunately, the judiciary is cash and carry. So my brother, there is problem. There's problem in the land. People are dying. People are killing themselves. People are committing suicide. So the best person who gave me the opportunity to be able to record this song and inspire this song is Sheikh Tinubu, because he came out to defend his father. So I need to send the message back to him to go and tell his father that, listen, there's problem. People are dying. There's hunger in the land. There's corruption in the land. The government has been borrowing too much money. What are you doing with all the monies? We don't know.
Wow, if you check Idris very well, you know that this guy is not just a musician. I mean, he's making some sense. Some people will say this guy should be in politics, but he's telling you, no, what I have is my tool, which is my craft and my music, and that's what I will use to talk about the ills in the society, which is what I'm doing right now. But why does he feel the present president isn't doing very well? He felt he's not doing very well at all.
Allegedly, we're hearing different stories that is going up and down. Is it the Natasha story you want to talk about? Or the state of emergency in Rivers State? For goodness sake, there are kidnappers in Castinas, killing people, kidnapping people in Kebbi State, every Kaduna State, all part of Northeast. There is no state of emergency. Why state of emergency? Why removing a elected governor? It is obvious you guys are interested in Rivers State and you want to grab it for yourself. So my brother, there is problem. I don't know how to say to be diplomatic about the truth. I'll tell you to your face whether you like it or not. I have a problem with that.
You heard him. He doesn't know how to be diplomatic. He will just say it straight. Now, the question is, Idris, you could have been very rich like your other guys. Instead of being every time government critic, why not just grab it like others are doing it, using your music to make the money that others are making and make billions for yourself? This is what he said.
Do I need to change the truth? Do I need to start lying to be able to make money? My brother, wake up from your sleep. I don't need that. As far as I'm speaking the truth, and I have a little bit that I'm doing that it's giving me money to take care of my family, I am contented. I don't need to sing praise anybody to be able to be successful in billions to take care of my family. I am satisfied and I'm contented. My wife and I are doing great with my children. I'm paying my children's school fees with a little business. Do you know that I have a farm in Jos, Plateau State, where I produce moringa and strawberry. But we can't go to Jos anymore because terrorists have taken over about 58 local governments. All these things are happening. Zulu Mabi, what is his name? The governor of Borno State is coming out. He's all over the news saying that, listen, man, these terrorists are gaining more territory in the northeast. They are all over our forest. Do we have to keep quiet? So I should keep quiet about that and start praising people just because I want to make money. Keep your money to yourself. I travel every year to human rights projects. And whatever it is that I get from my human rights projects, from every part of the university that I go to do my fellowship, is enough for me to take care of myself and my family. I don't need to praise anybody and lie about the reality on ground just to survive. Keep your money to yourself.
Okay, on the last note, because the interview is very long, but I promise you I'll bring it in full, and that's what I've done today. On the last note, Idris says something, an advice to youth, a majority of Nigerians, on how we can be better.
Continue to be happy slaves and continue to launder money for this government and other government that comes. That's why you can never speak the truth.
You heard Idris Abdul Karim right there. This man is much more than a musician, I tell you.